Hey, it's Sebastian Maniak here, and welcome to this introduction guide of getting started with Terrafrom to manage FortiGate devices like policies, rules. This is really a quick guide that is just going to help you to understand Terrafrom and also leverage Terrafrom to automate and manage specific firewall rules. So really, why Terrafrom? Terrafrom is an open source infrastructure as code tool development or developed by HashiCorp. It allows you to define, provision, manage infrastructure across various clouds and services using a declarative configuration language known as HCL or HashiCorp language itself. The reasons you want to use FortiGate is really to automate, provide consistency, have version control to track changes over time, scalability, easier to manage configurations in really complex environments, and also mimicking specific environments, dev, prod, UAT, so it looks the same, and be more efficient, rapidly deploy and update configurations without really manual interventions. And for us to really get started, what we need is some prerequisites. One, we need Terrafrom installed. Pretty super simple. Just hit up terrafrom.com or developer.terrafrom.com, and you can understand how to install that on your Mac or PC. With Mac, you can just use brew install Terrafrom, or with Windows, you can use chocolate packaging or wget or Windows wget packaging itself. So once you have Terrafrom installed, we need to forward all the examples and explanations on how you can manage this device itself. First, we start with how to use a provider. So we grab the Terrafrom provider that's required, that it's going to pull when we do the first Terrafrom init config, so initialize Terrafrom. And in here, we need to specify the hostname, token for this device itself. As you can see, there's a lot of different options and a lot of different ways to, or a lot of different system settings we can configure on the FortiGate device. And not only FortiGate, we have the FortiManager, where we can definitely do the same type of configuration on a more global scale itself. So VPN, address groups, all the examples are really much there. You can really take a look at it and see what needs to be done to build this config. And HCL is a very simple language. So once you start building out your first configuration file, you'll see how easy it can be in the future. So basically, we have a simple config file. We have our provider, then we have the provider we're going to connect to. So we're going to connect to my FortiOS device. I'm providing my IP address of the device and that token that was generated. I already pasted it in here. And the first thing we're going to do is literally we're just going to create an address group. We want to use Terrafrom to manage all our address groups, all our IP addresses in this instance. We'll perform the following actions. It's going to create this address group resource with all these parameters, the firewall address group name, and apply the member to this parameter. And here's the member. So if we're ready, we can now hit Terrafrom apply. And now this time it's going to ask you, hey, do you want to perform these actions? And I'm going to say yes. Before I say yes, if we take a quick look here, it automatically created a state file for us, or an empty file right now because we haven't applied the configs. This is our source of truth. This is as what's going to happen in those configurations, and the firewall address was created and completed. So now we have a subnet ID. And as that was completed, this Terrafrom state file was automatically updated. That shows us the version that we're using. So we're in version 4 of the state file, Terrafrom version, serial number. We have all the information about what was configured in a nice JSON format or a Terrafrom state format of the actual deployment. So when we log into our Fortinet device, let's log back in. And now when we go to our addresses, we'll see that DMZ subnet that we created was applied. What happens if we made an error? What happens if we want to update this? And what happens if we want to make changes to it? It's pretty simple. What we can do is we go back to our config file and we say, you know what? This IP address is wrong. This should be 10.10.1. Should start with 10.10.1, and we'll put a wildcard in here. And the subnet's going to end with 255. So we made a couple mistakes, or we want to alter it and change the configuration. So what we do is we save the file. Once again, if we make this a little bigger, let's just do Terraform plan. So really, in conclusion, this is just a simple demo, a simple entry for anybody to be able to go ahead and start using Terraform to provision policies, rules, address groups. And then from there, you can move on to deploying FortiGate devices, be it in the cloud or on-prem, using Terraform. So then you can destroy, rebuild them, update them, whatever you want, and having everything deployed in this infrastructure as code way. This will really benefit you in the future to do audits, configuration assessments, migrating from one platform to another, and provides really kind of consistency and tracking of changes over time on these devices. I hope you like this quick little demo of what we did. Please like, subscribe. We're going to be